11 World Cup ski cross competitions for the 2018 season, just a few minutes away from getting started. This the final round though of the Cross Alps Tour, a 16-day journey across the Alps that started just about 2 weeks ago back in Val Thorens, France. And there is a €5,000 prize up for grabs for whoever wins the Cross Alps Tour standings. Well, leading those standings, Mark Bischofberger of Switzerland and Heidi Zacher of Germany. It's all to play for, very close in the men's, anyone's game there. And in the women's, it's either Naesland or Zacher. 20 points separate those two athletes. Well, I'm Ian Finley in the commentary box and bringing you all the action from this Honold track in Innichen, San Candido, 1,070 meters long. The second of a double header of races in the beautiful Südtirol part of Italy. We've been coming here since 2009. It's the longest serving venue on the World Cup Ski Cross Tour. Great action yesterday. Heidi Zacher powering her way to the victory in the women's race. Her first win of the season after 3 second-place results. And Mark Bischofberger hitting form just at the right time, taking the win in the men's race. Good day for Austria with Zangerl and Barschdotter on the podium as well. Can Bischofberger repeat his win? This is a course where athletes often double up. Dave Duncan did it a few years ago. Flissar did it last year. And Zacher did it last year. Well, there's the Cross Alps Tour standings. Heidi Zacher leading Naesland by 20 points. Anyone's game in the Cross Alps Tour between those two athletes. 100 points, of course, for a win, 80 for second, 60 for third. So we'll keep you abreast of the Cross Alps Tour standings as things progress. Over in the men's, Bischofberger in the lead, ahead of Sergei Ridzik. The Russian athlete finished 5th yesterday after taking the win in Montafon, and he's looking good again today. Francois Plastin in 11th, qualified first for yesterday's race, but just struggled in the heats. Can he get it done in heats today? We'll find out very soon. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll have live ski cross from Innichen after this. Welcome back to Innichen, San Candido. We're just a couple of minutes away from the start of today's race. We had a pre-qualifying round this morning, so now we are left with 16 men and 16 women. The quarterfinals coming up very soon. Top two, of course, go through into the next round. Third and fourth go out of the race. Once we get into the semi-finals, then third and fourth go into small final. Top two into the big final. And some exciting looking heats here. Heidi Zacher, yesterday's winner, goes up in quarterfinal number 1. Fanny Smith went out early yesterday. She's got another chance today. Fanny Smith took her first career win on this track back in 2010. Well, Martin Fiala, the FAS race director for ski cross, former athlete himself, just discussing with the jury, making sure everything is okay for the start of the race.
Come on, I want to hear you more. All right, you guys are sleepy. Oh, come on.
Beautiful day here in the Dolomites. Clear skies, no wind. This is a cold part of the world, though.
Less than 2 minutes to go.
Spent a lot of time here, and it is
less than an hour.
Very cold indeed. The slope is north facing. As you can see, it doesn't get a lot of natural snow. The south-facing hill on the other side has been baked by the sun, and we don't have as much snow as other parts of Europe. Certainly much further west, the northwestern Alps have had a lot of snow so far this season. But temperatures have been cold, and the machine-made snow is doing its job, which does mean, though, that there has been an injection bar on this course. It makes it very icy. It's to harden up the features to ensure we have a fair race, although a lot of the ski cross athletes don't particularly enjoy it. The British team were telling me they really liking the injection on the course, but it's the same for everyone, and we are just about ready to go with the first of the women's quarterfinals. Quarterfinal number 1 from Innichen and Candido. Round number 5 of the Audi FIS Ski Cross World Cup Tour. Last round of the Cross Alps Tour about to get underway. Zacher, yesterday's winner, in red. Lisa Andersson of Sweden in green. Sanna Loidi of Switzerland in blue. And the youngster from the German team, Celia Funkler, in yellow. Here we go with the first of the women's heats. Top 2 into the semi-finals. And it's a great start from Lisa Andersson, the Swedish athlete. Heidi Zacher down to 4th, but she's come good on the bottom half of the course yesterday. There's Sanna Loidi making her way up to 1st place. Andersson holding on to 2nd, and Zacher goes for the double. Well, that's nice skill from Heidi Zacher, tactically very aware to get into a top 2 position. They're all chasing Sanna Loidi, the Swiss athlete. Now we go round into the big jump here. And this course, one of the more technical on the tour. This is one of the steepest sections we see on the Ski Cross World Cup Tour all season. Over the jump into this long negative turn on the left foot. The hill is trying to push you away from where you want to be going. That's one of the key overtaking spots. Now we're into this Super G section, with the technical alpine skiing skills, which are so critical for ski cross, come to the fore. Now Sanna Loidi of Switzerland in the lead in the semi-final number 1. Heidi Zacher chasing her down, and those two go into the first of the semi-finals. And with the Cross Alps Tour title up for grabs today, Zacher needs to quite simply match Naesland's result. If Zacher wins, she takes it, but if Naesland wins, she'll take it. It really is that simple between those two athletes, and if neither of them win, then we'll work it all out a little later. They are the only two that can win it today. So Sanna Loidi out in front early on in the race. Andersson got up to 2nd place, but the experience of Heidi Zacher helped her find a way through into a qualifying position. And once she was in 2nd place, deciding not to take any risk, just ski through into the next round. Well, Loidi's happy. She's on her return to the World Cup Tour after years of injury trouble. Had a doping suspension as well for missed tests, a whereabouts violation. Back on tour now. Quarterfinal 2, Fanny Smith of Switzerland in red, Kelsey Serwa, Canada in green, former world champion, Marielle Berger-Sabatel of France in blue, India Sherritt of Canada in the yellow bib. Quarterfinal 2 underway. What a start from Fanny Smith. She was bitterly disappointed not to get into the latter stages of yesterday's event, and she is looking to make amends today, and she started off well in the 2 favourites for this quarterfinal. Smith and Serwa leading the way, but Berger-Sabatel, she's a real fighter on the course. You cannot rule her out. Finished in 8th yesterday, and she is fast on the top section, but not finding a way past Kelsey Serwa. Smith leads. Serwa in 2nd, but she's been pushed hard by the French athlete in 3rd. Now, can Berger Sabatel find a way past? She's slipstreaming the Canadian. Beautiful picture over the jump with the town of Innichen beneath. Serwa making a move to the right-hand side. It's close. Now Berger Sabatel takes the high line. Can she get past? She does. Oh, it's close. Berger Sabatel going for the double. Serwa's running wide. Oh, and Serwa's in real trouble, going backwards now. But Fanny Smith still in 1st place. Oh, and India Sherritt's down. Smith and Berger Sabatel battling for the top spot. Serwa pushed down to 3rd. And across the line, Smith takes it. Berger Sabatel in 2nd. They move on to the semi-finals. And they'll race in semi-final 1 against Sana Loidi and Heidi Zacher. Rapid start from Fanny Smith. Got away early. This is the pass. Berger Sabatel taking the high line. Got on the inside of Kelsey Serwa. Bounced around a little. Serwa just avoiding the pole to the face. Completely accidental. Smith bouncing around on the inside ski. That's where we lost India Sherritt. Close between the Swiss and the French athletes on the bottom section. So a confirmation, Smith and Berger Sabatel through into semi-final number 1. And there is India Sherritt making her way down to the bottom of the course. Good to see her back on her feet after that crash. So semi-final number 1. Zacher will wear red, Loidi will wear blue, Smith will wear green, Berger Sabatel will wear yellow. Quarterfinal number 3. Simmerling on the podium yesterday. 2nd place for her. Where's the red bib? Alizé Baron of France. Where's the green bib? Sammy Kennedy Sim of Australia. Blue. And Andrea Limbacher of Austria. 2015 world champion wears the yellow bib. This a course that suits Georgia Simmerling. She's been fast here before. I thought she could have taken the win yesterday, but just a couple of small errors cost her in the final, but she is back again. Top 2 go into semi-final number 2.
Let's go down there. Go up, get
Quarterfinal number 3 underway. Good start from Kennedy Sim out there on skier's right. She's got to get out in front quickly and try and hold off the rest of the pack. But Georgia Simmerling fast on the top section through into 1st place. Baron in 3rd. Baron making a move. There's contact between Baron and Kennedy Sim. Oh, disappointment for those two. Left standing, Georgia Simmerling and Andrea Limbacher. Well, Baron and Kennedy Sim getting mixed up on the top section of the course. No way back for them, but Georgia Simmerling's good run of form continues. She was 4th in Arosa, the race that was cancelled because of snow, although we got results from qualification then on the podium yesterday. Leading in quarterfinal number 3 in Innichen and looking good as well. Limbacher, she's coming back from injury this season. In 2nd place going into the semi-finals. So this Nothing more than a little training run now for these athletes. A chance just to get another feel for the course. Test out some lines ahead of the semi-final. And there it is, Simmerling comes through ahead of Limbacher, and we'll get a look back up the course to see the state of Kennedy, Sim and Baron. Kennedy Sim making her way down to the bottom. Good to see her back on her feet. She'll finish in third place in this heat. Just not taking any more risk on the bottom section. Well, Kennedy Sim down in 11th in the standings. And there's Elise Baron. Let's get a look at what happened. Kennedy Sim in second, just ran a little wide. Baron made the move on the inside. There was contact between the two athletes. Painful looking crash. Baron getting twisted up there. Baron, who is coming back from injury herself, so I hope there's nothing serious there. There's a little bit of a gap now between now in the next race. 13th of January in Idre-Fjäll, Sweden is the next race. So Simmerling and Limbacher, as we already know, into semi-final 2. Kennedy Sim in third place. Baron still with the medical team. Looks to be in a little discomfort, perhaps with her shoulder, elbow. Well, a good crowd as always in Innichen. Been hosting World Cup ski cross races since 2009, and many people travel from all over the Südtirol region to come see this race. We're just a couple of kilometers away from the Austrian border, the town of Lienz. About a 30-minute drive away. Lienz hosting Alpine World Cup, giant slalom and slalom on the Women's Alpine World Cup Tour just after Christmas. And not the biggest of ski and snowboard areas here. It's the Three Peaks Resort, as it's known, fairly small. Just 425 meters of vertical and 9 lifts here, but it is a excellent, beautiful part of the world. Highly worth a visit. So we have about 1 minute till the start of the next race. Elise Baron is clear and ready to proceed with the next heat. Heat number 4, which features Sandra Naesland. She's in the red bib, just going through her final preparations ahead of her battle to get into the semi-finals. Brittany Phelan, ever-improving athlete from the Canadian team, former Alpine skier. She was a technical specialist in the Alpine World Cup Tour. Oh, and it's such a shame to see Elise Baron in real discomfort here. Elbow, shoulder, perhaps collarbone injury. Don't like to speculate on it, but she's in real pain, and we do wish her all the best. Such a shame to see an athlete who's really just come back from injury in this situation, and with the Olympic Games just 49 days away, she would have been a real favorite for the Games, because once Baron is on form, she is very, very consistent athlete, always popping up in semi-finals and finals. But we await quarter-final number 4 as soon as the medical team have cleared the track and Baron can get the medical attention she needs. So quarter-final 4, Naesland in red, Phelan in green, Offner of Austria in blue, and Julia Eichinger, another skier coming back from injury, wears the yellow bib.
And the riders will start now. for the last quarterfinal for the ladies.
Ralphie Pafley on the right from the Swiss team. He has been involved in ski cross since the sport began. As an athlete himself, he's been head of the Swiss program for over 10 years now, and a great job he has done. Quarterfinal 4, Eichinger in yellow, Offner in blue, Naisland in red, Phelan in green. Naisland has to get through, needs to match, well, she needs to better Zacker's result today. So if Naisland goes out here, unlikely I know, but stranger things have happened in the Cross Alps Tour. We'll be going to Heidi Zacher. Here we go, quarterfinal 4. Naisland gets a great start. She's so good at this. Quick out the gate. She's a small athlete, very nimble, excellent reactions, quick with the feet, and moves so well on the terrain. And she's pulling out a lead already, just running a little wide. And Brittany Phelan up to second place. Offner in third, Eichinger in fourth. But they're all chasing Sandra Naisland, finished third yesterday. She was a little disappointed with that as well. Now Offner making a pass on Phelan. That's a good move. Offner, it's not come off though. Phelan holding her on, and Eichinger coming around the outside of Phelan. This is close. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. Eichinger just holding off the Canadian athlete. Julia Eichinger, former world junior champion, is up to second place, but just look at that lead. Oh, Sandra Naisland, when she is on form, she's got nearly 2 seconds of an advantage. Phelan running the low line here. It's going to be close as she cuts off Eichinger. Phelan up to second place. The battle for the second spot in the semi-finals. Going right down to the line, Eichinger and Phelan. Phelan now takes it back on the inside. Brittany Phelan, the Canadian, in second place. Naisland takes it, and Phelan through. Well, what a battle there for that second spot in semi-final number 2. Naisland was well clear after the first couple of 100 meters, and Brittany Phelan showing that she is learning the tactics of World Cup ski cross. Last season was her first year on the World Cup Tour. She was qualifying consistently well, but not always getting through heats. And now she's showing that she can muscle her way through, she can hold her own. And with those alpine skills that she has honed on the World Cup Alpine Tour, blended with the technical ski cross skills and the tactics needed to be fast in this sport, she's becoming a force to be reckoned with. That was smart skiing on the inside line. Eichinger on her right, she just moved in front, got on the line, forcing Eichinger to take a wide line. She's strong on that right foot, and this is where that strength comes into play. Eichinger on her left, but it's not bothering her. She knew she had the line into the next turn. And Brittany Phelan is into the semi-finals quite comfortably in the end and on the line. So Naisland and Phelan into semi-final number 2. Semi-final 2, Simmerling will wear green, Limbacher will wear yellow, Naisland will wear red, and Phelan will wear blue. Quarterfinal 1 coming up now for the men. Bischofberger, yesterday's winner, wears the red bib up against Francois Place, who is very, very fast on his own on this course, but he's got to do it when he's got 3 other men beside him. This is ski cross racing, it's not alpine racing. You have to be tactically smart here to avoid the other athletes. Francois Place, former Europa Cup alpine skier, he's got so many skills you need for this sport, but he, like Brittany Phelan, he's learning his way through these heats. Francois Place in the green bib, Bischofberger in red, in yellow, Bastien Midol in blue from France, Arnaud Beau-Valenta. So 2 Frenchmen, a Swiss Three Frenchmen and one Swiss athlete here, and it's the Swiss athlete, Bishop Berger, continuing his good form on this course, on the top section of this 170-meter long course. Francois Place in second, Midol in third, Bovalenta in fourth. Now Place makes a move on the outside. He's bringing Midol with him. Bishop Berger in a spot of danger here because Bovalenta's got some speed. Bovalenta avoiding contact with the Swiss skier who's holding off the two Frenchmen. Like we were saying, Francois Place, once he gets out on his own, the skills that he has allows him to pull away. Well, Place just clipping one of the features, but he deals with a negative turn well. Bishop Berger has got some speed and closing in again on Place. Midol and Bovalenta running well wide on the GS section, Super G section. And Francois Place leading the way. This first spot in the semi-finals, and he's bringing Mark Bishop Berger with him. And over the line, Place takes it. Bishop Berger in second. They go into semi-final number one. Francois Place skiing very well. Bovalenta and Midol out. Well, Bishop Berger got the early lead, but just didn't get the timing right on the rollers. A little smarter from Francois Place, and he carried speed through the first of the negative turns. Strong on that left foot when the hill is trying to push you away from where you want to be going. Francois Place through to the semi-finals, took a medal at the World Championships in 2017, but hasn't done it on the World Cup, on the World Cup podium. The wait goes on. So Place and Bishop Berger through into semi-final number one. Quarter-final number two, Victor Anderson, who took the win, his first career win in Arosa. Where's the red bib? Kevin Drury, green. Florian Wilmsman from Germany in blue. Simon Denchikov of Russia in yellow. Quarter-final two underway. It's a good start from Kevin Drury in that green bib. There's trouble for Florian Wilmsman. He's mixing it up with Denchikov at the back. And Drury and Anderson. First and second in Arosa. First win for Anderson, first podium for Drury, and it's Kevin Drury leading the charge for the Canadian team here in the quarterfinals. Top two into the big final. And now Denchikov is closing in on Victor Anderson here. Anderson could be in trouble. Kevin Drury's well clear. If he's smart, he can ski his way through to the final. But the Swedish athlete in second now has Denchikov and Wilmsman for company, and Wilmsman makes a move up to third. That was nice from the young German athlete. And Anderson just closing in now on Kevin Drury. Running wide, can Wilmsman close in on Anderson? He can't. There's still a big gap between second and third. Kevin Drury slows up a little. Anderson might come through to take it. I think he does. It doesn't matter in the end. They go through into semi-final number one. So it doesn't really matter what order they cross the line in. It's all about colour of the bibs in the next round that matter. Qualifying, determining them. Well, Anderson didn't have the best of starts, and in the middle avoided the trouble from Wilmsman, who stumbled a little on the feature. Kevin Drury, tactically very good, just working his feet quickly over those top features. Through the negative turn, he's getting bounced around, needs to get a little stronger on that right foot through that negative turn. And the skiers looking at each other across the line, happy to get through into the semi-finals.
Going to the semi-finals, Victor Anderson, Kevin Drury.
So Anderson and Drury into semi-final number 1.
See you next year in Innichen.
And the lineup for semi-final number 1, Bishop Berger will wear red, Francois Place in the yellow bib, Anderson in green, and Kevin Drury from Canada wears blue.
In gelb, Timo Müller aus der Schweiz, immer in
Quarterfinal number 3, this is a tough heat. Chiknavorian of France wears red. He's the only man who's been on the podium twice this season. Thomas Zangrel, third yesterday, wears green. Timo Müller from Switzerland in blue, and Alex Fever, veteran now from the Swiss team, in yellow. Quarterfinal 3 underway. Good start from Chiknavorian. For me, has been the real standout skier this year. Consistent, hasn't been on the top step of the podium, and Alex Fever now up to second place. Zangrel down in third place, Müller in fourth, but Chiknavorian pulling away from the Swiss athlete. Zangrel in a spot of bother, he's on the tails of his skis, recovers well. 1, 2, 3, 4, all in a line through the negative turn, all going for the same tactics. Müller at the back of the field, not getting the timing right, and now Fever making a run on first place, but Zangrel is there as well in third. This one is getting close. Fever up to first, Chiknavorian in second, Zangrel in third. You'd think it's between those athletes. Zangrel right on the tails of Chiknavorian's skis. Well, now Müller coming back into it. Once the skiers get a little closer, things slowed up, and there's a pole gone missing there. Chiknavorian has lost the pole in his left hand. He's still going. Fever leading the way. Chiknavorian with one ski pole in third. Oh, and Zangrel makes contact with the Frenchman. Can Chiknavorian hang on? He does. Well, all sorts happening in that heat, but Alex Fever drawing on his years of experience from ski cross World Cup racing, holds on. Chiknavorian, well, losing a ski pole at the bottom half of the course. Zangrel not able to repeat that podium performance. He got in touch, but he just couldn't find a way past. It's one of the more technical courses on the tour. It's not as big. It flows well, but the features are just a little smaller. This course rewards the stronger technical skiers rather than the high-flying athletes that are used to the bigger jumps or straight-line skiing. Well, Chiknavorian doing very well to get through that negative turn without his ski pole. So important for balance. Zangrel nearly causing a big wipe out there. But everyone on the feet. Chiknavorian in second, Zangrel third. He goes out, and Fever, sporting an impressive beard, goes through into semi-final number 2, along with Terence Chiknavorian. Last of the men's quarterfinals. Sergei Ridzik is in the red bib. Form skier the last 2 races. Winner in Montafon, 5th yesterday. Could win the Cross Alps Tour standing, but needs to get through into the semi-finals. Chapuis in green, Eckert in blue, and Philip Fleissard, the double winner here last year, in yellow. Well, great start from Ridzik. He's been doing this now for the 3rd race in a row. Fleissard gets away quick as well. Chapuis in green, and they're all in the mix here. Chapuis not had the best start to the season, but he makes a nice move there on Fleissard. Chapuis up to second, pressing the rollers. When Ridzik went for the double, it's proved faster for Chapuis, who's now up into first place. Fleissard in a battle with the Russian for second. Thinks about going for the high line. He does. Can it pay off? Chapuis leading, Ridzik in second, and now Paul Eckert is in the mix. Everyone still in with a chance of getting through into the semi-finals here, but it's Chapuis and Rydzyk leading the way. Fleisar's trying everything, can't find a way past. You have to do something different from the skier in front. If you just do what they do, you're not going to get by. And Chapuis taking the inside line, it's worked. Rydzyk still in second. Fleisar on the inside. Oh, this is close. What a move from Fleisar. Can he hang on to second place? Rydzyk's out. Fleisar trying to squeeze Eckert out. Oh, that was impressive from Philip Fleisar. But Jean-Frédéric Chapuis takes it, and Philip Fleisar through into second place. Wow, that was some good old school ski cross racing. Great action on the bottom half of the course. As I was saying, you have to try something different from the skier in front. You can't sit back and do what they do. Rydzyk, the early leader. Chapuis came through on the inside, got up to first place. Been smart, pressing those rollers into the back corner. And Fleisar close to second, just getting his ski tips in front, but on the negative turn, Rydzyk hanging on. And Eckert got involved in the mix as well. Chapuis in danger of going out here. Oh, Fleisar in third, holding off Eckert and forcing everyone wide. And Fleisar hanging on. That was smart skiing, drawing on his years of experience of racing in heats and World Cup ski cross. Fleisar, former Tour champion, World Cup champion, 2015 World champion as well. Jean-Frédéric Chapuis goes through as the winner. Chapuis on 14 World Cup wins to his name. If he wins today, Chapuis, he'll equal Thomas Kraus's record of 15 World Cup victories, the most of any man in the history of World Cup ski cross. So Chapuis and Fleisar into semi-final number 2, where Terence Chiknavorian and Alex Fiba are waiting. Fiba will wear yellow in that semi-final, Chiknavorian red, Chapuis in green, Philip Fleisar in blue. What a lineup for that semi-final. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll have the first of the women's semi-finals coming up from Innichen, San Candido, after these short messages.
Bora, the revolution continues. Extracting vapors without a cooker hood. Effective and silent.
I love this cooking revolution. That's Bora.
Forget anything can happen. In sport, anything does happen. But could it be better? With Request a Bet, it could. Spark your sports brain and roll all the possibilities into one bet. 3 red cards, 7 corners, 5 goals. Let's price that up or browse hundreds of Request a Bets on our app. The possibilities are humongous. How big is your sports noggin?
Sky Bet, Britain's most popular online bookmaker. When the fun stops, stop.
Sky Cinema presents a brand new premiere every day. Because nothing brings people together like a movie at Christmas.
Oh yeah, hit it.
You think we can get to the moon?
We're already there.
Ha-ha! That's my boy!
A brand new premiere every day. Only on Sky Cinema.
Semi-final number 1 for the women about to get underway. Berger Sabatel of France in yellow. Fanny Smith of Switzerland in green. Heidi Zacher in the red bib, and Sanna Loidi, also of Switzerland, in blue. Great start from Fanny Smith and from Sanna Loidi, the 2 Swiss athletes out in front. Zacher not the quickest out of the start there, and she's down in 3rd place, the Tour leader. All sorts of things at play with the Cross Alps Tour standings, and Fanny Smith is leading the way. Smith of Switzerland in 1st. Berger Sabatel comes through up to second. Lloydie down in third. Zacher with some work to do in fourth place. Yesterday's winner. But it's Fanny Smith, the Swiss athlete, the winner in Montafon, showing that the good run of form is still there. Didn't have it all her own way yesterday, and now Lloydie up to second place. Lloydie up to second, Berger Sabatel in third. Zacher in danger here in the first of the semi-finals. Oh, Lloydie's in trouble, but she hangs on. Lloydie pushed down to third. Oh, it's close. Berger Sabatel in second. Now Zacher is up to third place. Lloydie having a scrappy run at the back of the pack now, but Fanny Smith leading the way. Berger Sabatel in second. Zacher third. That's how semi-final one will finish. Smith into the final. Berger Sabatel joins her. Well, Heidi Zacher goes out at the semi-finals. It's the small final for her. And now that gives Sandra Naisland an opportunity. If she gets into the final, she could take the tour title. So semi-final number 2 for the women. Simmerling in green, Limbacher in yellow, Naisland in red, Phelan in blue. No time to get the calculators out just yet. We'll work all that out later. But here we go. Second of the women's semi-finals is underway. Naisland in the red bib gets a strong start, along with Simmerling of Canada there in first and second. Phelan in blue up to third. Limbacher in fourth, trying to ski round the outside. Now goes onto the inside, looking to get past the two Canadians, and Naisland leading the way. She was so dominant in her quarter-final. Powerful skiing. And this is the way to do it if you can in ski cross racing. Get out in front early, ski away from the rest of the pack, and avoid any carnage that might go on behind you. Simmerling in second, Phelan in third, Limbacher fourth. Simmerling getting closer to Sandra Naisland. Both of them in finals yesterday. If it finishes like this, they'll both make the final again. Third and fourth into the small final. Phelan getting a little closer to Simmerling. Well, just a little error there on the rollers from Phelan. Increases the distance again, and Naisland just skiing smart. Phelan not able to close the gap on Simmerling at the moment, but it is closing slightly. Sandra Naisland coming through over the line and into the final. Naisland takes it, Simmerling in second. So Naisland and Simmerling into the big final. Phelan and Limbacher into the small final. Well, let's look at the permutations of how this race is playing out for the Cross Alps Tour standings. 20 points separate Zacher, who leads Naisland in second. It's 100 for a win. 80 for second, 60 for third, 50 for fourth. And with the final and small final still to come, the best that Heidi Zacher can do is pick up 45 World Cup points. So if Zacher wins the small final and Naisland finishes in third or fourth, then Zacher would still take it. But first or second wins it for Sandra Naisland, and it all depends on how Zacher goes in that small final. Semi-final number 1 for the men features Francois Place. He'll be in yellow. Bishop Berger, yesterday's winner from the Swiss team, in red. Victor Anderson in green for Sweden. Kevin Drury, the Canadian, best of the Canadians today, wears the blue bib.
Come on. Skiers ready? Attention!
Semi-final 1 underway. Good start from Bishop Berger. He's liking this track, this week, and he is skiing fast again. There's all sorts of contact between Drury and Plas. Oh, and Plas is down and out again. The yellow bib out of it, and Victor Anderson storming through just into first place, but Bishopberger looking to hold him off. Kevin Drury down in third, Anderson up to first. Bishopberger now in second place. Disappointment for Francois Plas again in the semi-finals, but Victor Anderson leading the way. Bishopberger in second. Kevin Drury not out of this one. Far from it. Is looking to ski around the inside. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. How did he stay on her feet? Bishopberger still in second. Kevin Drury in third. Now Drury looking to be creative here to find a way past the Swiss athlete. Oh, and Drury just gets caught on the inside ski, slides out of this one. He's so disappointed with that. But Victor Anderson and Mark Bishopberger left standing. They'll ski into the big final. Close again, they stare at each other over the line. That's what happened in the quarterfinals. And Bishopberger and Anderson into the big final. Plas and Drury into the small final. Now the run is under review. That means the race jury, Martin Fiala and his team, will be looking at that run. There was a few incidents there. We'll try and unpick them as best we can for you. Now I'm not sure that anything is going to impact on the two that went through, Bishopberger and Anderson. Drury on the inside. Oh, that was the contact. Now Bishopberger just trying to hold off Kevin Drury. Just a racing incident. Almost the two just coming together. Certainly not a deliberate move by either athlete there. And I think this result is going to stand. Good to see Drury smiling in the finish. Well, Drury gets the yellow card due to disbalancing.
Okay. The judge.
Another athlete. Well, we've seen the coming together there, and it was Drury just on the inside. That's where Plas went down. A technical error. And Drury on Bishopberger on the bottom half of the course. Almost knocking Bishopberger over. I don't think Bishopberger minded too much. The yellow card means that you've broken a rule, but it wasn't deemed serious enough. It was deemed an unintentional incident, but still a little risky. So you do get to stay in the race. If you get 2 yellow cards, much like in soccer, you are disqualified. You can get a straight red card, a disqualification for intentional contact, which we never like to see, although they do happen in ski cross. But the result stands. Bishopberger and Anderson through into the big final. And Bishopberger looking good to win the Cross Alps Tour standings. Chiknavorian just a few points behind, could potentially take it. I'm just looking at the score now. It would need to be a Chiknavorian win for there to be any chance, and Chiknavorian comes up in the next semi-final. Chiknavorian wears the red bib. Fiva in yellow, Chapuis in green, Flissar in blue. And this is some lineup for a semi-final. Flissar, Fiva, Chapuis, Chiknavorian. Some of the biggest names in the sport. Chiknavorian, one of the form skiers on the tour this season. Terence Chiknavorian wearing the red bib, third in the opening round in Val Thorens, France, second in Montafon. And we're just about ready now. The skiers are in the start gate for semi-final 2. Bishop Berger and Anderson wait in the final 2 to join them. Four drops for the second semi-final. Chiknavorian with the quickest reaction. Chapuis up there as well. Flissar coming through in the middle. He's squeezed out. Flissar squeezed by the rest of the pack in fourth. Fiva on the inside up to second place, and it's Chapuis leading the way at the moment. Fiva in second, Chiknavorian third, Flissar fourth. Now Flissar found a way past the rest of the pack in this quarter-final. He's got to do it all again. Fiva running a little wide, but comes through in first place. Now Chiknavorian looks to make a move on his French teammate. Chapuis still in second. Alex Fiva leading the way out in front, trying to put some clean air between him and Chapuis. It's closing up. Chiknavorian on a good line here. Goes for the double. Chapuis singles, and this time it's the double that works. Oh, it's close, and Chiknavorian through into second place. Now Flissar trying to get through as well. Flissar right in touch. Fiva is clear. He's going to take this one. Flissar not got enough room to make a pass, and Fiva takes it. He's into the big final along with Terence Chiknavorian. Well, that one got interesting on the bottom half of the course. Chapuis' weight goes on to try and equal Thomas Kraus's record of 15 World Cup victories. The most victories by any man on the tour. Fiva got himself out in front early and held on. Chapuis just making some little errors, and that's been true of his skiing all season long. He was on the podium in Montafon in third, but that's his only podium result, and for a man that has been so dominant on over the last few years on the World Cup Tour. Now, I wonder if his ski setup is not quite right, or maybe he just lost a little bit of confidence. You can never rule out Jean-Frédéric Chapuis. So Fiva and Chiknavorian into the final. Chiknavorian in the finals for the third time this season. Alex Fiva not better than 9th this season. So in the big final, Bishop Berger, yesterday's winner, looking to repeat, wears red. Anderson wears blue, Chiknavorian green, and Fiva yellow. So we'll take another commercial break, and we'll be back with the small finals and big finals from Innichen after this. Stay with us.
Come on, it's alive, weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you.
Football, 90 minutes where anything can happen. You can watch it and you can get involved in it with the latest Coral action.
At Coral, get double your winnings if your team wins both halves in the Arsenal-Liverpool match.
Coral, jump in. Available from App Store and now Google Play when the fun stops stop.
Welcome back to Innichen St Candido. We're at the latter stages of round number 5 of the Audi FIS Ski Cross World Cup Tour. The last event before we take a break over the Christmas period. And this the last race of the Cross Alps Tour. A mini tour within a tour. And everything's still to play for. Now, in the small final for the women, we have Heidi Zacher, yesterday's winner. leads the standings. She leads Sandra Naisland by 20 points. Naisland is in the final, so Naisland is picking 50 points up at best. So to have any chance of winning the Cross Alps Tour, Heidi Zacher needs to finish in 5th and win the small final, and hope that Sandra Naisland finishes in 4th place.
We're going to see still some changes again, as we can see now. The gang of Babo Natale, Santa Claus as our musicians. Coming up, the ladies' small finals, ladies and gentlemen.
So the small final for the ladies coming up. Brittany Phelan in that small final, along with Heidi Zacher of Germany. Phelan wears green, Zacher wears red, Limbacher yellow. Sanna Lloydie of Switzerland wears blue. This is so critical for Heidi Zacher. She has to come through and take this small final. So it's a good start from the green bib, the Canadian athlete Brittany Phelan. Zacher in 3rd. At the moment, Lloydie in 2nd. Limbacher on the outside. Zacher trying to get through. She can't do it. Zacher closes the door. And Brittany Phelan leading Sanna Lloydie and Andrea Limbacher making a move up to 1st. She's fast on the midsection of the course. Limbacher trying to get round, and now we're into the negative turn. Sanna Lloydie, she deals with it the best, and Limbacher through the middle. She's all over the place trying to find a way past. Still in 2nd, Brittany Phelan leading the way. Zacher down in 3rd. Lloydie in 4th. At the moment, some good racing here in the small final. This to sort out positions 5 to 8. Brittany Phelan starting to pull away, but oh, she makes a little mistake, and now Limbacher's in touch, but Limbacher runs wide. Is this the opportunity for Heidi Zacher? She's on the inside. Heidi Zacher comes through on Brittany Phelan. Exactly what Zacher needed to do. She's done it. Now we've got a couple of features left. Can Heidi Zacher hold on? Women's small final, it's close on the line. Oh, we need a photo finish. Heidi Zacher coming through. Some great racing on the bottom half of the course there. And it's a photo finish needed to separate Heidi Zacher and Brittany Phelan. So no repeat victory for Heidi Zacher, of course. And on the bottom section, it really was anyone's game. Lloydie up to 1st at one point. Limbacher coming through the middle. And Heidi Zacher running in 3rd, but Limbacher running wide. That gave Zacher a chance just on this right foot turn. Zacher taking a really tight line. And hanging on, Phelan running wide as well, but it's all about the photo finish. Everyone doing so well to stay on their feet. At this point, I thought Zacher might be able to power her away. Wasn't to be. No, we wait on that photo finish. So Zacher currently on 340 points at the top of the standings, and this critical. Is it 45 or 40? And we'll see how Naisland goes. Let's look at it. It's close. And Zacher takes it just by a finger length. Heidi Zacher finishes in 5th place today. So Zacher gets it. Brittany Phelan in 6th, so Zacher gets the 45 points for 5th.
Sehr wichtige Punkte für die deutsche Heidi Zacher in Gesamtwertung des Olympics Skicross Weltcup.
Time for the women's big final from Innichen, San Candido. Cross Alps Tour up for grabs. Heidi Zacher currently leads the standings. She's picked up 45 points for a win. She moves on to 385 points. Quite simply, if Sandra Naisland wins, she takes it. Second place, she takes it. Fanny Smith of Switzerland wears the blue bib, back to winning ways in Montafon. She's won here before. There's Naisland. She's won twice this season. Third in Montafon, third yesterday. A chance to take the Tour title. Simmerling never won on the Tour, but she was on the podium yesterday. Could today be her day? She likes this track. So here we go, women's final from Innichen San Candido, the last final bit of action for the women in 2017 in ski cross. Women's final underway. Naisland gets away well, as does Fanny Smith, and Sandra Naisland out in front. This is what Naisland needs to do. She's going to win. She's been doing it all race long, and she's brought Georgia Simmerling with her. But Naisland made a couple of errors yesterday that brought the rest of the pack into the race, but it looks like she's learned from them already. A big lead for Sandra Naisland, and this race might already be about second place. Smith up to second, Berger Sabatel in third, Simmerling down in fourth. Berger Sabatel on the high line, trying to make a run on Smith. She can't do it, but it's close for the second spot. Naisland still well clear, just needs to ski her own race, pick the line she wants to ski. Technically so good over the jumps, gets into an aerodynamic position, squashing the jumps well, controlling the landings through the difficult negative turn. Just running a little low is Sandra Naisland, but she's hanging on. Berger Sabatel now up to second place, Smith down to third. Naisland running a little wide, Berger Sabatel getting back into it. Naisland's lost a bit of speed, but I don't think it will matter. Powering through over the final features, Sandra Naisland takes the win. Berger Sabatel in second. A photo finish needed to separate third and fourth, Smith and Simmerling. And with that win, Sandra Naisland will win the Cross Alps Tour standings. She'll move to 420 points and take the €5,000 bonus. It's quite nice at this time of year for winning the Cross Alps Tour. Of course, the World Cup Tour goes on. The Cross Alps Tour finishing today. Well, for me, Naisland doing exactly what she needed to do. She got the quickest start, worked the top features well, pulled away from the rest of the field, and avoided any of the trouble behind her. She was bitterly disappointed to finish third yesterday, wanted to get a win for the Swedish team. This the track where Anna Holmlund was so sadly injured last year. Holmlund, much missed from the World Cup Tour, was released from her coma in the springtime of this year, I believe. We're still receiving care. Anna, we do wish you all the best. You are so much missed on the World Cup Tour, and Naisland really wanting to get a win for the Swedish team on this course. And third place on the photo finish goes to Georgia Simmerling. She's on the podium yet again in Innichen San Candido. Smith misses out, so close. And that is the final result for the women. Naisland from Berger Sabatel and Georgia Simmerling finishing in third place today. Good day for her again on this track. So the confirmation of the final results. Naisland with the win. Berger Sabatel getting her 6th career podium. Simmerling in third, Smith in fourth. Beautiful look back down the valley here in the Südtirol region of Italy. It's time for the small final. Positions 5 to 8 up for grabs. There's Kevin Drury, the Canadian athlete. He'll wear the red bib. Well, a lot of fans out enjoying the festive season. Lots of activities for fans in the Finnish area, live music, food and drink, and of course World Cup ski cross action. Everyone having a good time. This course always delivers top racing. It's one many of the athletes enjoy coming to, very well looked after. Many of the teams saying this resort has the best pizza on the World Cup Tour. So small final for the men. Flissard in yellow, Plas in blue, Drury in red, Chapuis in green. Small final underway for the men in Innichen San Candido. Great start from Kevin Drury. Chapuis gets away well. Flissard in third place. Now Chapuis is on the inside line, will get up to first. Oh, nice skiing from Flissard. He's in second place. A little bit of contact with Drury, but everyone's still standing on the top section of the course. Plas down in fourth at the moment, but Plas, he's gone big on that roller, but he's carried the speed well. Trying to ski round Kevin Drury, who holds him off. Chapuis leading, Flissard second. A real battle for third place in the small final between Drury and Plas. Chapuis being pushed hard by Flissard, who's right on the tails of the French skier. Flissard taking a wider line, will try and cut in on the inside, and just avoiding the nets is Kevin Drury and Francois Plas. Flissard now up to first place. Great move, but it's tight through the Super G section. Flissard trying to squeeze the line and pinch Chapuis. It's not going to be for Chapuis today in the small final. Flissard coming through. Flissard wins the small final. Chapuis second, Plas in third.
Plas third, Kevin Drury fourth. Let's wait for the official results.
Flissard skiing exceptionally well in that small final. Taking his opportunities when they came up, moved up into second place, closed in on Chapuis, and this is where it went right for him. He moved on a wider line to cut in. Drury nearly ending up in the nets. Plas and Drury running so wide on that corner, nearly in the safety nets, but thankfully hanging on. And Flissard gets himself into first place, winning this small final, fifth for him today. And what's not been a strong season, that's his best result of the year. He'll pick up the 45 points and jump up the standings. So Flissard in fifth, Chapuis in sixth, Plas in seventh, Drury in eighth.
Getting ready, ladies and gentlemen, for the big final.
Men's final
A lot of stakes now.
from Innichen San Candido. The last bit of ski cross action for 2017. And the Cross Alps Tour coming to a close. And it's been a successful Cross Alps Tour, despite the weather issues early on in the season. There's Alex Fever. He wears the yellow bib, veteran from the Swiss team in blue. Victor Anderson took his first World Cup win in Arosa. That wasn't qualifying, though, which was used for final results. He'd love to do it in heats. In the green bib, Terence Chiknavorian could win the Cross Alps Tour if he picks up the win. Second and third so far this season. Mark Bishopberger, yesterday's winner. Fourth in a Rosa, leads the Tour standings. So everyone lined up for the men's final in Innichen. Last bit of ski cross for 2017. Board drops and we're underway. It's a good start from Chiknavorian and Bishopberger. Bishopberger on the inside line into the first corner. Here comes Victor Anderson. What can he do? Anderson up to second. Bishopberger leading the way though. Chiknavorian trying to get round the outside, but Anderson holds him off. And Anderson looking fast here on this course. But everyone's still behind Bishopberger. There's a little bit of contact, but everybody's still on their feet. Mark Bishopberger leading the way. This race is close. You can't even rule out Alex Fever. At the moment, oh, there's a big bit of contact between Chiknavorian and Anderson. How did they stay on? There's more contact. Oh, and Chiknavorian is down. He made contact with Fever at the back of the pack. His chance to win the Cross Alps Tour is gone. Mark Bishopberger still leading the way. Victor Anderson in second. This might be reviewed by the jury, though. And Victor Anderson right on the tails of Bishopberger. Could bring Fever back into it for a late charge, but it's too late. Mark Bishopberger, he's been the dominant athlete all week here in Innichen, San Candido, and Bishopberger comes across the line. He takes his second win in a row, doubles up here in Innichen, San Candido, wins the Cross Alps Tour standings and picks up 5,000 Swiss francs. And we've got a despondent Terence Chiknavorian with a broken ski in the middle of the course. Well, what can you say about Mark Bishopberger? Absolutely dominant here. He's been qualifying well, was fourth in a Rosa, struggled a little in Montafon where he finished in 10th. I thought he was better than that day, but winning yesterday. And the contact between Fever and Chiknavorian, painful looking crash for Chiknavorian. But that will mean that Bishopberger wins the Cross Alps Tour standings. Victor Anderson picks up 80 points for second place. Having a great season. For Mark Bishopberger with his third career win. Bishopberger on the podium for the fourth time in his career. The 26-year-old from Oberag in Switzerland. He's been developing a long time on the tour. I thought he was going to become a real dominant athlete. Well, he might just be about to do that. With 2 wins, he's going to be clear at the top of the standings. And there is Mark Bishopberger, he's happy. Victor Anderson in second, Fever on the podium in third place, and Chiknavorian misses out today. Well, what a men's final there to wrap up proceedings in the Cross Alps Tour. Bishopberger with the win. Anderson second, Fever third. Bishopberger wins the Cross Alps Tour standings for 2017. The World Cup continues in January, though. Well, all the action wrapped up here in Innichen, San Candido. The Cross Alps Tour comes to a close. Naisland leading the World Cup Tour standings after 5 of 11 events. That battle goes on till the 17th of March in Megève, France. What a battle it's shaping up to be between Naisland, Zacher, Smith, Simmerling, but it's Naisland, the form athlete so far this season.